Hello, you welcome to my YouTube channel, Conquer Finance Fear, and this is the second video. And in our last video, we talked about the preambles and the introduction to this to this channel, and we talked about what financial fears are all about, and we listed quite a number of financial fears, and we talked about the self-awareness as our topic for today. But today we're gonna split self-awareness into two. We're gonna talk about self-awareness, and also we're gonna talk about financial self-awareness. But however, the second video after the next video will be on financial self-awareness. But today we're just gonna talk about self-awareness, and we're going to try to see how we can explain it like I promised in very, very simple terms. Okay, so what do you think, what do we mean by self-awareness? What do you think about self-awareness? Now, self-awareness is how you see yourself and how others see you. Understanding yourself and understanding how other people as well sees you is all about self-awareness. Now, we could understand the self-awareness can make us more confident, more creative, and it helps us to build better relationships, help us to make better judgments, better decisions, help us to communicate more effectively. And in our workplace, understanding yourself will also improve your performance at work. So you see how important self-awareness is all about. Now, there's a research that was carried out by the Harvard School University, and it's kind of investigated 5,000 participants in that research, and from there we understand clearly that self-awareness can be divided into two: internal self-awareness and also external self-awareness. And when we talk about internal, we're talking about you yourself. Internal, we're talking about how you perceive your environment, your values, your passion, your aspiration, what you think about things, your job, your social control, how you manage your anxiety, how you manage your own depression. It's just all about you. But when we talk about external self-awareness, we mean how other people look at us, how other people see us. You understand? Now we talk about empathy. And I would love to also talk about the elements of self-awareness now. Remember I told you self-awareness is just basically about internal and external self-awareness. We're going to talk about that. We're going to explain that in simple terms. We're going to try to link this self-awareness with your financial fears, how you can manage your financial fears with knowledge of your self-awareness. Now, understanding self-awareness will help you to be able to manage your personal finance. They say finance is personal. Like I said before, what works for A might not work for B, so it's personal. Do you understand? So when you understand your own self-awareness, your internal and your external self-awareness, you can be able to streamline all the advice that we're going to give you on this channel. You can be able to streamline everything to suit your own self, because each of us is different. We have different fingerprints, we're unique individuals. So it is important that first you understand yourself and you understand how people see you, and then you know how to be able to manage yourself. You understand? To show how extremely important this aspect is in finance, I had to make sure that I first of all tell you about self-awareness before I start talking about all the financial concepts, all the financial fears. But so therefore self-awareness is extremely important, because if you don't understand yourself, no matter what I tell you about financial fears and how to conquer them, it will not work out well, because we are all different humans. We know what we have. Different things work for different people. and it is very important that we understand who exactly we are, what category of persons that we are. Then we can be able to see which of this concept fits out more better than the other. Now, I'm gonna try to explain what how we can become self-aware. Uh, it's just gonna be five easy process. We can call them the elements of self-awareness. The first and first is consciousness. You must be able to be aware of your internal experiences, including your emotions and your thoughts. You must be conscious of it. Like, why do I think the way I think? Why do I say things the way I say? You must be very conscious of it. And the next thing is self-knowledge, which is you need to really understand who you are. And you remember, who you are is based on your beliefs, your values, your motivations, sometimes your religion as well, and so many other things makes up who you are. So you need to be on this, you have that self-knowledge of who you are. And the next thing we'll talk about is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is just the ability to understand and manage emotions. Now, different people managing emotions differently. Now, there's what we believe should be morally right is the fact that when you try to manage your emotions, you try to do it and manage other people's emotion. You try as much as you can to be like doesn't you're trying to manage people such that someone can look at you and say, wow, this lady is nice, wow, this guy is nice. Now you need to be able to have emotional intelligence to be able to see, okay, for example, you are at the office and someone comes late and the person is trying to explain, I have an emergency. Now there's a rule that says that if you come late, probably there's you come late in 3 or 4 times, probably there's you probably need to be queried and some issues. But your emotional intelligence tells you the fact that you need to put yourself in this person's shoe. Has this person really be coming to work late? Is this an habit, or is this just things that are beyond his or her control? Now, the ability for you to put yourself in someone else's shoe and to be able to now make decisions based on that is emotional intelligence. You understand? Sometimes in emotional intelligence, you need to hold on to the rules and the strict and the rigid system, and you need to put yourself in that person's shoe and say, is it possible? Can I do this? Now, that's all what emotional intelligence is. So part of self-awareness is for you to be able to understand emotional intelligence. Is what we call self-acceptance. You should be able to accept who you are, and also be able to show yourself compassion. There's some people that just feel they're not going to forgive themselves for what they did, for an error they did back in 5 years, 10 years ago. But if you truly want to be self-aware, you'll be able to accept yourself. Yes, you've made so much mistakes in the past, but it's never still late to make some amendments. Now, if you accept yourself the way you are, then you can now really say, okay, can I make myself better than I am or than I was? We're talking about self-reflection. It's very important. Now, this reflection is the ability for you to sit down without any distraction. Think deeply about your feelings. Think deeply about your thoughts, your goals. Think deeply about everything about you, so you can have a better understanding of yourself and your place in the world. Now, you need to have that time to think about yourself, and ways of improving your self-awareness is more like meditation. You need to meditate, spend time relaxing, thinking. Some people will advise for the yoga exercise and all that, to ask you to do yoga. Yeah, it's good as long as it helps your ability to meditate. Also, journaling. Try to write down experiences. Try to write down things that about yourself. If you face with a condition, with circumstances, what would be your reaction? Some people don't know what their reaction will be if they are faced with some kind of scenario. Now, if you don't know what your reaction will be, then it means you don't know yourself. You're not aware of yourself. You need to be able to sit there and say, oh, if these things happen to me, what would I have done? Now, when you ask yourself that question, you write down what you think you could have done, and you look at it, and you tell yourself, this thing I want to do that I could have done, is it the best way to approach this situation? Now, you need to talk to yourself. It's extremely important. Very important. It is not madness. It is not. But the ability for you to talk to yourself, reflect, think about yesterday. What did you do yesterday? What were the words you say? What are the better ways you could have done this thing? Now, and more, like I said about emotional intelligence, you have to develop it. There's one major way of improving your self-awareness. Emotional intelligence is ability to effectively respond to emotion with empathy and compassion. When you're able to respond, like I told you about your subordinate's call is coming late to work, you need to be able to respond to that situation with empathy and compassion. What if you were in their position? What could you have done? What would you have done better? Not just being so rigid. Now, if you understand yourself, you tend to place yourself in a very, very high platform for improving your financial ability, your financial strength. Now, we're going to talk about the 4 self-awareness archetypes. We call it archetypes, and we're going to try to remember we talked about the internal self-awareness and the external, and we're trying to say, okay, if you're able to have a kind of a matrix, a 2x2 matrix that talks about this. Now, the highest of the matrix, where you have our internal self-awareness and also high external self-awareness. The highest is when you are aware, you're fully aware of everything, you're fully aware of how you do things, who you are, and how you want to accomplish things. Now, the lowest is what we call the seekers. The seekers don't know who they are, and they don't know how people see them. You understand? Every little thing, they become frustrated. They become angry with people. They become angry with themselves. Now, these are the categories of people who have put low external self-awareness and low internal self-awareness. These are if you are in these categories of the seekers, you need to wake up and go back to those principles I told you of how to improve yourself. You need to consciously improve yourself. You understand? Then we also have some people that have high external self-awareness, but they have low internal self-awareness. These people are the pleasers, want to please others at their own detriment. You understand? They tend to make decisions and choices that do not benefit their personal self. So you must be able to balance this too. How you see yourself and how other people see you. You must be able to be in between. You must be able to understand there's two things for you to be truly self-aware. And the last category of people are people that are what? I have high internal self-awareness and low external self-awareness. And these two people are what we call the introspectors. What happened? They are clear, they know who they are, they know what they want, but they don't want you to challenge their views. Do you understand? Their emotional intelligence is so low. You understand? This can affect their relationships. They want to be the boss. They don't want anyone to question them. Even when they're going wrong, they don't want it. They have high internal self-awareness, but extremely low external self-awareness. But however, what we're saying today is that you should be able to be in between the self-awareness. You should have both high internal and also high external for you to be fully aware of your environment, fully aware of yourself, fully aware of people around you. Yeah. To make our video so easy and understandable, we have decided to split so many parts of our videos, and we have like I said, we're gonna talk about financial self-awareness and how self-awareness can affect your financial fears and how it can also help you to conquer your financial fears. But I believe that today's discussion of self-awareness, it has made a difference. And if you're interested in us having a video interview with you, please feel free to comment under the section and tell us that you would love to discuss about this topic. You love to discuss about self-awareness. You love to give us example of reality that has about self-awareness. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you for watching our video today. And the next video we're going to talk about financial self-awareness, which is going to be out next week. But till then, hands closed, finger crossed, work on yourself, work on knowing yourself, work on trying to find the balance between yourself, your internal self-awareness, and your external self-awareness. Till then, we'll meet again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
That you can really go with. And remember, last week I promised you that we're going to be talking about self-awareness, and today we're discussing with one of our bosses that has been in Germany for over 15 years. Is a German citizen, and also is going to give us more practical ways of understanding what self-assess awareness is all about. So thank you, as a welcome, Mr. Lucky James.
No, thank you very much.
You're welcome to our interview. It's an opportunity and a privilege to have you in this interview. So
Thank
we
you.
really, really appreciate it.
Thank
So
you very much.
can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Lucky James.